tell me when you hit record.
Go ahead. We're good. We're recording.
Oh, okay. Well, hi everybody. I'm Pastor Rebecca, and I don't know, can you hear me through this mask? I hope so. Much better, right? Well, it turns out these masks are really necessary. Now, I know that on the Oregon side of the river, we just got word that this is kind of going to go on indefinitely, and we don't know when the state is going to open back up for business, when we're going to return to normal. And it's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to feel annoyed. It's okay to feel really tired of all this crap, right? I think everybody's in that point. However, it is going to continue on for a while, and we have some recommendations that have come down the pipe, good recommendations. One of them is wearing this mask. Yeah, again, I know it's not anyone's favorite thing to do, but I thought it would be really useful to just have a conversation about mask wearing. Now, as United Methodists, our theology is kind of two-part, right? We love God, and then we also love our neighbor as ourselves. So we understand that we have a social responsibility to each other, to keep each other safe, to keep each other healthy where we can. We have to do everything that we can to keep ourselves and keep others safe. So, yeah. Do you guys know how to make a mask? There are tons of YouTube videos, so if you get sick of hearing from me, you can easily go on YouTube, type in folded mask making techniques, and you can find umpteen million videos of this. But I figured it would be good, coming from your pastor, to show you how to do this. And we're going to start off with a fat quarter. Now, not all of us are seamstresses. I most certainly am not. But I'm around enough seamstresses to know that this is a standard cut of fabric. So if you have any sewing people in your immediate vicinity, I would recommend that you ask them to help you either cut fabric into fat quarters, or you can order them in batches online. You can order them on fabric.com, or you can order them on Joann's. I think Joann's is giving away fabric now, so that's also a really good option. And there's one here in town, so think on these things. So yeah, you start with a fat quarter. It's the perfect size for these things. And I'm gonna put this down here. Yeah. You start with a fat quarter, and I think these are 3-inch bands. You can buy these in bulk. I got them on Amazon, but you can buy them in bulk. They're usually pretty available, and they come in pretty quickly. You take the fat quarter, and you fold it into fourths, kind of like this. Right. You take it, and you flip it so that the loose edge is kind of in towards you. You take one of these bands and you stick it around the end of the fabric and you fold it over. Then you do it on the other side. You fold it over. Here's where it gets tricky. What you're going to want to do is get into the middle of the fabric folds on this side or on the other side, whichever side you want, and stick the other end inside. And try to get it as far in as you can. This requires a little bit of dexterity and a little bit of practice, but with a little bit of practice, you will do fabulously. When you get it all set up, you have a mask. And you can put it on like this. And it will be good. It's pretty thick, it's annoying. But if it's thick and it's annoying and if it's hard to breathe through, it's probably going to protect you and protect others. The goal of these masks, oh, one of the other details too. So I have found that these rubber bands, they're just long enough on my head that it's easier for me to put my hair in a ponytail. So if you have long hair, put your hair in a ponytail and use that as the way to hook the rubber bands around on the top of your head. We'll show you in a sec, but Josh is my filmer today, and he doesn't have long hair, so we actually rigged it together using one of his favorite baseball caps. So you can use a little button up on top to kind of secure the mask. And what was I saying? So if it's hard to breathe through, that means it's working. So the point of the mask is not just to protect us. I think it's important that we do need to be protected from the stuff. We know that coronavirus is aerosol, so it's in the little droplets of air when you speak, when you cough, when you do these things. And that can go pretty far. That's what the 6 feet of social distance is, right? We expect it to be going that far. And so this prevents us when we're exposed to that right off the bat. It makes it difficult for the viruses to kind of get into our respiratory tracts. But in addition, it also prevents our own, I call it flying spit or aerosol droplets from getting into other people's breathing tracts too. That's probably even bigger. It prevents us from being potentially carriers, potentially spreaders of this. Wearing a mask is an act of consideration, it's an act of love, and it keeps us safe. Ultimately, it keeps us safe. So, yeah, on that note, do you want to see how it looks on Josh? Yeah, let's see how it looks on Josh. Yeah, see? It works for everybody, and it's a great size. Yeah, all right, here we go. Now, I'm going to make another one just to show you again how this works. We start off with a fat quarter, a nice big piece of cloth, and then we fold it into fourths. We fold it into fourths. We turn the kind of loose edge here in towards us. And we take the rubber bands. I've tied them into pairs, and I will tell you why in a minute. You hook it around the edge and fold over the end. You hook it around the other edge and fold over the end. And then you tuck it into the other side. Into the other side. And on it goes. On it goes. Okay. So one of the reasons why I decided to show you this with the fat quarters is because it comes apart pretty easily. It comes apart pretty easily. You can always reuse and wash these, right? And then after each time you go to the grocery store, these are not going to stay in place an overly long time. You're going to have to refold them. You're going to have to take them apart and put them back together. And that actually works to our advantage, because what you want to do is once you've used it, you want to pull it all apart and throw it in the laundry. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a laundry basket set aside specifically for kitchen towels, bath towels, and the like. I usually wash it extremely hot and with a lot of soap. So it is the perfect place to throw these things. Just throw it in with your more robust laundry and it should be good. Now, I have a lot of fat quarters, and I have more on the way. I know a lot of us also have stashes of fabric that can be cut into fat quarters, and there are a few recommendations about the type of fabric that you want to use. You want to use cloth that you can't see much light through. One of the most simple recommendations that I've received is use batik fabric. So if you look behind me, and you see this kind of patterned purple and blue fabric, that is an extra thick and well woven piece of cotton fabric. And you can't see light through it, and so you know that it's thick enough and it's tough enough to catch a lot of stuff before it gets into our respiratory tract. So yeah, get some fabric like that. Again, you can buy the fat quarters online, and you can buy it in batik. You can buy it in some other kinds of fabric too. And yeah, we probably need, my guesstimate is probably 5 per person, just to make sure that we have enough to have some in the wash and wash it and, get it back. So I would recommend having, almost like handkerchiefs, have a bunch on hand. Have a bunch on hand. They're easy to get, they're easy to make, they're one-time use, and then you have to wash it, and it's all good. It's all good. Now, I accidentally over-ordered these rubber bands, so I only will have about 60 fat quarters by the time my new order arrives. So I have tons of these extra. I have about, I think it's around 300 or 400 sets of these rubber bands. So I have enough rubber bands to make a ton of masks. So if you get fat quarters, I have rubber bands, and we can make sure that we're protected as we go forward. Yeah. Now, if you guys have any questions, like how to get stuff, let me know, and I will see what I can do to help you and show you how to do this. I can do another tutorial on how to make them. I've got plenty to go. So, yeah, on that note, buckle in. It's going to be a long ride. And, this is one of those habits that we're just going to have to continue. We're just going to have to develop. And, it will change us as a culture. It will change us as a culture. We will have to become more aware of the needs of those around us and more careful. There are cultures around the world that do this. Every year, every flu season, they put on those masks. And I think we're going to be joining them now. So get ready. And I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.